Good evening and welcome to the programme. Costly mistakes were made during the planning for the high-speed line which runs from the Channel Tunnel into St Pancras. That's according to a report by MPs which says the number of passengers using the service was grossly overestimated, meaning it's now costing taxpayers around £10 billion when it was meant to pay for itself. The Public Accounts Committee is now warning ministers not to make the same mistake with the second phase of high-speed rail, the planned link between Euston and the north of England. And Janet Gadgill has the details.
It's the line that carries the fastest trains in the country, taking millions of people from London to Kent and the continent. But it still only carries a third of the number of international passengers it was meant to. And that's left the government with a huge debt.
This is where High Speed 1 begins, at St Pancras. And it has brought huge benefits to London, not least the regeneration around King's Cross. But it's come at a price. Taxpayers are going to have to find £10 billion over the next 60 years for a line that was supposed to pay for itself.
Now there's a warning from MPs that the government will repeat the mistakes with High Speed 2, the controversial plan for fast trains between Euston and northern England.
By being over-optimistic over the number of passengers, you end up, when you do an analysis of is this a worthwhile investment, saying yes it is. If you cut out that over-optimism, you might end up with a very different answer, saying actually this is a jolly expensive investment that doesn't provide value for money.
And people opposed to HS2 in West London say the report vindicates their campaign.
This is exactly what we've been saying for about 2 years now, and we've been told that we're saying it because we're selfish, because it's in our area and it affects us. But actually we've looked into it in great detail over 2 years, and we know the facts, and we've always known this was the case. And HS1 had a better starting point than HS2, because HS2 is just going to be another rail line competing with existing cheaper rail lines.
The case for HS2 is new infrastructure, a boost to the economy and thousands of jobs. But 2 weeks ago, the government was forced to defend it on the BBC.
So you can confirm then that George Osborne basically completely and utterly, wholeheartedly supports HS2, because the rumour is that he's going a bit cold on the idea.
Yes, and that's the simple reality, and there are always rumours because I know that they sell papers and they make for good stories, but I think the reality is that this is a project that has to happen because it's so important for our country.
It's 5 years before a shovel even hits the ground for High Speed 2. Plenty of people will try to stop it before then. And Janet Gadgill, BBC London News.